Hello, we're Sports and Touring, we're Jaguar specialists, and it is my great pleasure to introduce you to this beautiful Jaguar XF 2.2 diesel saloon. Jaguar. It's one of those iconic British brands, isn't it? A brand with an illustrious sporting history, but which also then morphed into a luxury and executive car maker, leading the worldwide pack in many respects. And doing so by producing fabulous designs like the XF, a large executive saloon which delivers engaging driving and practicality of ownership, and in this 2.2 diesel version, economy of ownership too, because the running costs of this car will not break the bank. And then we find an example like this one, and what a pleasure it is when we come across a 2014 car with such low mileage and in such splendid condition aesthetically, with paintwork which, if I catch it in the light there, still gleams and has such depth and lustre, finished in this beautiful osmium shade, which is a kind of very, very light bluey silver, I guess. There's a touch of powder blue about it, but it is an understated colour which nonetheless catches the eye and stands out from the crowd. And this car, which has a great main dealer history, drives perfectly, has flown through our inspections. You'll know that we are very fussy indeed about the vehicles that we stock. It's in superb condition inside and out, and it's a great pleasure to have it here at Sports and Touring. Let's take a look inside. The car's supplied, of course, with 2 remote key fobs, but you don't need the key fob in your hand in order to open the door, because keyless entry is one of the features on this XF. Simply grasp the handle, and provided that the key is about your person, the car will unlock, the power fold mirrors will deploy, and we can absorb this beautiful looking interior, which is in fabulous condition too. The door card here is pretty well as it left the factory, unmarked, unblemished, no signs of wear or damage. Features include electric memory seats. There are the memory buttons, and there are the electric controls to move the seat into the desired position. And we've got Meridian sound as well. And speaking of the seats, the condition of this interior is really stunning. None of the wear you might expect on the side bolster and on the side of the seat base. Everything in really good condition, almost totally unmarked and factory fresh. The carpets too look fabulous, they're perfectly clean. Everything, in fact, about the car is very impressive indeed. And then we sit down into this glorious cockpit. It's a relaxed and refined place to be, well laid out with good ergonomics. Looking around, we've got the useful stowage there between the seats with a USB charger and a 12-volt socket as well. We've got a couple of stowages there, including the cup holder. Electronic parking brake, of course. The park reverse, neutral drive and sports selector, and push button start. And the climate controls here with heated electric front windscreen and the dual zone climate, so that you and your passenger can enjoy the temperatures that you select individually. And then the infotainment screen is there in the middle, where we will see features like the sat-nav and the audio in just a moment. Over on the steering wheel, we've got controls for the audio system and Bluetooth telephony on the left, and cruise control over on the right-hand side. And of course, there are automatic lights and rain-sensitive wipers. Starting up, just a matter of pressing the button with foot on brake. The steering wheel moves back into the pre-selected position, so it moves up out of the way when you're getting in and out of the car for convenience. The centre screen lights up, and if we switch the climate system on, the air vents motor into the open position. And then we can have a look here at the infotainment. We've got Bluetooth audio and FM and AM and DAB radio as well. There's a connector in the center console where you can plug an audio device in as well. Satellite navigation, of course, to find your way around, and Bluetooth telephony as well for making and receiving calls on the move. All very convenient, very suitable for a luxury saloon car like this. And with that lovely little instrument cluster, not overbearing, it doesn't shout at you that this is a raucous sports car, it's just there providing the information you need when you need it. We'll look around the rest of the car, and it is all similarly impressive, I'm pleased to say. The rear door cards, again, look brilliant. The back seat, I dare say, has very seldom seen occupants. The cup holder there in the centre armrest, of course, that folds out of the way when you're carrying 3 passengers in the back. Coming around to the boot, and the boot of the XF is enormous. There we are, 540 litres of space. Plenty to get your suitcases in for a long journey or when you're going away on holiday. It's no surprise with a boot that size that many XFs are used as taxis for their reliability, economy and comfort. Coming around to the near side and again in the back, everything looks totally brilliant. No marks on the upholstery, no marks on the door card. This is a car which has clearly been very carefully looked after. And also, I dare say, the quality is reflecting the very low mileage of this particular example. The passenger seat again in really fabulous condition. Carpet, dashboard and so forth likewise. Under the bonnet, and here is Jaguar's 2.2 litre straight 4 diesel engine, driving through an 8-speed gearbox and giving a 0 to 60 time of 8 seconds, which is pretty respectable for an executive saloon car, on to a top speed, should you need it, of 140 miles an hour, and yet with an annual road tax which is only £165 a year, and with fuel consumption figures which include an urban figure of 39 miles per gallon, country figure of 52 and a combined figure of 45, meaning that this is a car which will not break the bank if you are putting some miles onto it. Again, the condition under the bonnet is really fabulous. Everything clean and tidy, just as it should be. And as I mentioned a moment ago, great main dealer service history as well. So thank you very much indeed for watching. It's been a great pleasure to show you this beautiful XF saloon. My name is Tim. We are Sports and Touring. We're just outside Andover in Hampshire. We're open 7 days a week by appointment only. You're very welcome to either telephone, WhatsApp or email with any inquiries, or if you'd like to arrange to see the car either in person or by video call. We can send you a link to our Google Drive where we've got high-resolution photos of the car and copies of important documents as well. If you've got a car you need to dispose of, we'll give you frank and honest advice about part exchange, selling privately, or in fact the best way to achieve the maximum value with the least inconvenience. And if you need to talk about finance, we can do that as well. We're authorised and regulated by the FCA. Thank you once again, and I do look forward to hearing from you soon.